Hello, good morning. School was canceled today in most of Andalucía, really, because of, again, flooding. So far, we haven't had anything serious here, just some streets closing and stuff, but we shall see. Hopefully everything will be good. So I made this to-do list for today. I want to get through 25%-ish of Anti-Heroes, which is the Spanish book club book for Patreon, and I'm like 8% through right now, I think. I want to read Heartstopper in Portuguese, maybe just finish it because it's really not very long. That's the multilingual book club book. I want to film my October wrap up for books. I want to write something in Spanish and do yoga. I am going to start with reading, I think, because, I'm just sleepy and cozy and got my coffee, so hello. So it is almost 5 p.m. I have had the hardest time staying focused today. So I finished my reading of Anti-Heroes, so we are caught up to where I wanted to get today. I had some lunch, whatever you want to call, late lunch, early dinner. I'm going to read Heartstopper in Portuguese now. I kind of forget what else was on my list, but we'll catch back up after I do that. This is my favorite page of the whole book. I love it so much. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to do this chapter and then move on to other study things. Today I'm trying to do a lot of studying because I'm in the mood too, so I need to capitalize on that. Okay, so I was going to do a review of German Pod 101, but to be honest, I don't even have anything to say about it in a review. Let me sign in. This is so boring, and I might think that it was just me if it wasn't that I had just basically started restudying Spanish in, a formal way. So I know I can study, a normal curriculum, So it took me, 5-7 tries to find a pathway that I can even tolerate. So I found these two that I don't hate, it's okay. But, so let's do Upper Beginner Lesson 3. We have these sections, which I think are good. Dialogue, vocabulary, lesson notes, lesson transcript. You just play. And it's 15 minutes. But the problem is, it goes through the whole transcript, and like you can't skip around in the audio track. It starts with the audio clip, obviously. So it explains like the context for the dialogue, has the dialogue. And what took me so long to find was one with long dialogue. Like this one specifically said, like, for people looking for longer audio, because otherwise the dialogue was like this long. And I know it's beginner, but still. So, you have the dialogue, and it's fine. It's not interesting, but it's fine. And then it goes, they do it again, slower. So they do the exact same dialogue, but slower, which is okay. Then they do it again, but they translate each line into English. Then they have this long section of like discussing. Then they just go through the vocab list and they just like say the words. And the only way that you can skip any of these sections is by just like scanning through the audio to find it. It's definitely not for me. This one's a little bit better. Like they do little videos and you watch the video with the audio and then the video again with like the subtitles. And I do like that. It's just not enough for me to be enticed by this. So yeah, anyway, all that to say, German Pod 101 definitely not going to be for me. If you've tried one of these blank Pod 101, like these innovative language courses, let me know what you thought and if you found a way to use it that was not annoying and repetitive and lots of time in English. Okay, we are going to write some stuff in Spanish. I went to a book event for this book in Cádiz, so I'm going to write a little summary of that. I haven't actually read the book yet, but here we are. Hello. Long time no talk. It's like Thursday, November 21st, maybe. So my landlord and other people have been working outside and in the apartment upstairs. So I've been really self-conscious about filming, which is silly. I also don't even know how much English they know, so I don't even know if they could understand me anyway or know that it was me talking and not the TV, but regardless, it's been hard to organically film anything. And mostly I've just been like wasting time just kind of doing nothing. But I have started a podcast called Caso 63, I think. It's a Spotify exclusive, and people in the Dreaming Spanish Discord were talking about it, and I had saved it a long time ago, but I'd never gone back and listened to it. So anyway, it's supposed to be like a creepy sci-fi kind of mystery, and there are a bunch of other podcasts created by the same person. So I'm excited to have something good to listen to. I have been listening to Jane Eyre in Spanish, and that's still, going. But I have been struggling to get really immersed into like a new audiobook or something, so maybe doing podcasts for a while, like story podcasts, will be a good bridge to get back into that. So I am going to go to the mall. I'm going to get ready and head out and then come back and hopefully get busy editing, filming, get back in the routine. I really haven't been studying too much either. I've been doing a little bit more input the past like 3 days, but I've been distracted from actually studying, so I need to get back on that. So Hello, welcome. So, it's been a bit of a rough day. I woke up with super bad headache. Thankfully, it is not a work day, so I could just go back to sleep for a while. We're doing a little bit better, but I feel like the past couple weeks I just have been too, distractible, too glued to my telephone. So we are going to do a digital detox. I have been trying to clean up my digital life lately, but it really has not been enough. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to start a week of no social media on my phone. So I'm going to delete my Instagram app. I'm going to set a limit of half an hour on the screen time, and then I will only use it on my iPad and probably Discord too, because I don't use Discord that much now, but I feel like if I delete Instagram, Discord might be the fallback that I land on. I'll screen record here, and then I'm also just going to really pare down my home screens. Okay, yeah, we're gonna uninstall. And then we're going to do the same with Discord. Let's see if there's anything else I want to do. I'm obsessed with lemonade here in Spain for some reason. It just hits different. It's so much more citrusy. Okay, so my first page over here is just utility stuff, weather, Google Maps, notes, voice notes, that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to mess with that. I certainly don't waste time on those things. So I like having this storytell thing here because then I can jump straight to whatever book I'm currently listening to. So I think I'm going to leave that. I'm not sure how I feel about the pedometer. We're going to leave it for now. Most of these things I feel like I could get rid of. I think we're going to... I do use Spanish dictionary a lot, and I use Storygraph a lot, so I think I'm going to leave those. So Snapchat, I think, should go in this messaging box. Title can stay. I just don't think I need these. Libby, I think I'm going to keep. Overcast, I might keep. Webtoons, I do think I'm going to keep because I want to use this more. Same with Langolia. Same with Forest. Oak. Oh, it makes me so sad to delete Pandora because I used that for music for, 15 years or something like that. But for one thing, it doesn't work outside of the US, which is obviously the biggest problem, but also my siblings and I shared a premium subscription and nobody has it anymore, so bye Pandora. Okay, so now I just have one page on my home screen, of actual apps. I don't know how much this will help, but definitely the biggest thing is obviously not having Instagram on my phone, at least for a little bit, to see how that helps. My cat is making herself comfortable. Okay, so, I don't know if that whole thing just stopped. We'll see if it shows up later, but I think I might have just accidentally lost that entire screen recording. Okay, good. No, there it is. Whew. But anyway, that feels at least somewhat better. I always waffle on how I feel about digital minimalism because I do greatly enjoy the tools and entertainment on my phone. I love having audiobooks and podcasts and everything at the tip of my fingers at all times, and to be able to easily access all of that. Not to mention the camera, the actual phone, texting, messaging, etc. capabilities, like, love it. But yeah, I definitely want to have a healthier relationship to it. So for now, I think I'm going to set a forest app timer for an hour and read my book. No distractions, just ambiance, music, and reading. So, hello. Okay, so I got to 50% in my book. I made lunch. I emailed some people about some things that I want to use in future videos to get permission, hopefully. Oh, I didn't put my book on my list. I need to put it on there so I can check it off. Okay, so now I have finishing Heartstopper in German, a chapter of Stravagantia, intensive reading, 45 minutes, Lingalia, and I might film a video. It's funny, I was looking at my phone and I was like, you know what I need to do and clean up is my 88 open tabs on my phone. It's, you know, my emotional support 100 tabs, which I know a lot of people have way more than that, but I do need to go through and bookmark or whatever the ones of those that I actually want to keep, but maybe German Heartstopper. Maybe I'll just finish that and that'll be a nice check off my list. We'll try that. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. I still woke up with a bad headache today, but I'm going to Sevilla with a couple people from the program that I'm part of. Last weekend we went to Arcos de la Frontera, which is one of the pueblos blancos. I think it's one of the bigger ones, so I do still want to go to some of the more rural ones, but yeah, so I'm just getting my coffee ready. I need to eat some breakfast and then I'll head out for the train station. Yeah, hopefully my headache goes away. Oh, I'm listening to Gasto 63 on Spotify, which also has been made in other languages too, but I'm on season 2, episode 4, I think. I like it, but it's really frustrating because, like, I feel like it's really drug out. Like, they could have told the story, like, obviously every story could be told in a much more concise way, but you know, you're supposed to like be enjoying the unfolding of the process. This one feels more like they're holding you hostage in the story a little bit. But I do want to find out what happens, so I am still listening. I think there's 3 seasons, so if this ends still on a cliffhanger, I'm going to be so mad because I am only listening at this point to find out what happens, so... So I just filmed my German study. I have this plan for my 12 days of languages videos that I'm trying to, you know, obviously get a start on. So I think for today, my plans are finish editing and uploading that video, the German study video. I would like to get to 75% in my Anti-Heroes book. I'm 50% through now, so it would be probably 2-ish hours of reading, but you know, it's only noon, 12:30, so hopefully